If I were to have asked you what your favorite sports drink in 2021 was, what would you have said? Bang? Red Bull? Monster? Gatorade? Powerade? Flavorade? If you're in Guyana, I'll tell you what it certainly wasn't. Prime. Prime Energy wasn't around in 2021. Now it's everywhere. It was merely a rumor like 2 years ago, and now it is one of the best-selling drinks of all time. It has had a colossal impact on consumerism and is the most effective and efficient and successful influencer brand of all time. Maybe not, actually. I don't know. There's like some Kim Kardashian, Mugu powder type stuff, and shit. There's other stuff probably, but Prime sells pretty well. I mean, it's popular. Children love it.
What's up, guys? We're the Crazy Boys. This is our Prime collection so far. Recently, we had a green and the new glow berry.
It is an influencer energy drink that has had an actual impact on the sports drink market as a whole, but it has not been without its fair share of controversy. Just in case you haven't really been paying attention, a lot of bad stuff has happened. The two main people behind Prime are Logan Paul and KSI. KSI doesn't really do much wrong aside from hug people in boxing rings instead of boxing. And then Logan is a bad guy. What exactly is Prime, and why did it take the world by storm? Prime Energy is kind of like the new kids on the block, without Marky Mark, though. So it's like cringe, but like even more cringe. Is it more cringe without Marky Mark? I don't know. But yeah, it's like that, but for energy drinks and hydration drinks. Prime was launched in 2022, and it is very new compared to its competitors that have been around forever. Gatorade was launched in 1965.
The legend was born in 1965 in the storied swamp of Florida.
The players weren't adequately hydrated, and their performance suffered.
As the Gators marched through the season, they drank a carbohydrate electrolyte beverage created by University of Florida doctors.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
Old, boring! Powerade, 1987. F***ing who drinks Powerade?
You get out what you put in.
And Bang Energy, one of the most cringe brands that has ever existed. It came out in 2012. I do not like Bang at all. I actually only like Powerade. Out of all these, I don't drink Gatorade. I like Powerade. It's all right. The blue Powerade, mix it with Dr. Pepper. Shit. Now, each of these major competitors and brands have a history and some kind of prevalence in one way or another. Gatorade and Powerade, for example, are ubiquitous sports drinks names. Everyone knows Gatorade. Everyone's tried blue Powerade. Do they even make it in other flavors? I don't fucking know, to be honest. And Bang is just all over TikTok and has a pretty successful social media marketing campaign. It has for a long time.
Why do I drink Bang? Because my coke dealer's in jail for life.
And their CEO is a goober. This guy is a real fruitcake goober. And this guy being a goober and the crazy flavors of Bang keeps it in the hearts and minds of the children. Hearts and minds, hearts and minds. That's how you win a war. Hearts and minds. Yeah, dude, look at all these crazy flavors. Radical skedaddle. And it's chock full of super creatine. Oh, wow! That sounds like a marketing term. Oh, wait, it is. The jury agreed in September with Monster's argument that Bang's ingredients do not include any actual creatine. Well, that's not super creatine, though. Dude, what? This is another theme that we're going to be kind of diving into. Just how misleading all of the marketing and all these sports drinks. We're getting into it, dude. We're getting into it. Prime is a fucking joke. It's a joke, genuinely. I'm kind of bashing on Bang a little bit here because Prime is taking the route of Bang, relying heavily on hype and marketing power to drive the sales of this product, not just having an actual tasty product like Gatorade and Powerade. Dude, Powerade's slept on. I think Powerade's pretty damn good. She loves Powerade. She loves Powerade. You know what's the best though? Sour Boys, sour candy. It is not an energy drink, but maybe we might have energy drinks coming out pretty soon. Who knows? You never know about that. We do have all of our own flavors and manufacturing in-house, so you never know. Anyways, having creators be able to push a shitty product to massive audiences of children is a guaranteed way for success. Speaking of Sour Boys, that's what I'm doing as well. I'm just kidding. Yeah, maybe a little bit actually, but I do like candy. My candy's great. Prime sucks. And energy drinks, I think, are bad for you. I do not drink energy drinks. I understand, you know, working people who need them, etc. But like, I don't know. I just don't do well with caffeine, so I stay off them. So it's working very, very well. Prime's path is working. Bang's path worked very, 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 very extremely well. And Prime is now the official drink of the UFC, which is awesome. Every time I get to see it, I see Prime everywhere. Somehow Prime is the top performing drink for people who are in sports and anyone that's physically active for fighters. What? How is it Prime? Money, I guess. Hype. Cringe. In 2021, the best-selling sports drink was Gatorade with $2.5 billion in sales, followed by Body Armor at $750 million and Powerade at $450 million. Body Armor, I don't like it. My dad likes it a lot. Powerade, I don't... Gatorade's all right. Prime's only been around for about a year and a half at this point, and it's already made $250 million in its first year on market, surpassing Electrolyte, which is the oldest sports drink. And we didn't mention it because I've never even heard of this. Even though it's one of the oldest ones, it's from 1950. Oh, I guess I have seen that. Electrolyte. I thought that was for like babies and shit. I've seen this. I just thought it was for babies. They got baby marketing. At least they're being honest. Turns out it is actually for children. The sweet flavored drink that delivers hydration to people, that's designed for babies and children because like before the 50s, men just drank beer and milk and sometimes like puddle water or something. I really don't know. Electrolyte was designed in 1950 for dehydration in children. It was a smash hit!
And this is your conscience telling you to hydrate, reminding you that recovery too is part of the game. Electrolyte.
Prime, on the other hand, is marketed as a thing for everybody and athletes and everything, not just children, even though children and like clout and buying the product has resulted in a meteoric rise and level of just sellouts everywhere. It sold out in the UK, guys. Look at this. We loved it in the US too. Ben Shapiro even made a Prime ranking. That's so funny. We love Ben Shapiro.
And just like Powerade or Gatorade, they don't have actual flavors, just colors. That's how I identify those with my kids. So here's the green flavor. Lemon lime is what I have been told here. Prime was developed to fill the void where great taste meets function, with bold, thirst-quenching flavors to help you refresh, replenish. Again, it's just like, it's Powerade, but way too sweet. Sucralose. It's sucralose.
Sucralose is disgusting. Now, I've mentioned influencers many times, and I even said that it was Logan Paul and KSI that were behind this, but let's get into the actual founders and kind of a little more in depth into Prime and what exactly it is. Logan and KSI claim that they are founders of the company and that they started the brand on the 4th of January, 2022.
We are officially business partners. We are no longer rivals, and we've created a hydration beverage called Prime Hydration to rival some of the biggest companies on earth.
Yes.
Pepsi, Coke, Gatorade, Powerade.
We're against literally all the big companies.
Once enemies in the ropes in the boxing arena, and now business partners. What a genius fit. It's like Ivan Drago and Rocky Balboa. If they instead of punching each other in the head, they made sweet love and then invented a drink. That's basically what it would be like. Everyone was glad to see them working together. Here's a screenshot from the first little bit. Johnny Gilbert. This guy follows me on Twitter. I see him all the time. Now you gonna make love? Dude, I'm still waiting for the sex tape. I think it will come. By the way, the usage of the word founder, I really don't know exactly what that, you know, how to get that word attached to your name, but they do not hold a majority stake of the company. They both own 20%, and they don't do anything in the company. They have no brain behind the operation. They don't make the stuff. I don't really know what they do aside from just pretend that they own it. They're the founders of Prime Energy. What about the 60% owner, though, or owners, or whoever that is? Who's actually running the show here? It's a company by the name of Congo. We'll get into Congo too. Before we get into that, people love searching, how much money do Logan Paul and KSI make from Prime Energy drinkings? They've got to be billionaires by now. I love Prime. This drink hit the global markets on January 4th, 2022, and it's experienced important growth in a short period of time. It has been recently revealed that Logan Paul and KSI each have 20% of the company, which confirms they are not the only proprietors of the brand. Important that. So 20%, and that's not of revenue, right? It'd be of net net revenue, not gross. Congo, you know Congo. You've probably seen Alani Nu or 3D Energy. Yes, they've been around. They're pretty popular. That's who owns Prime. That's who makes Prime. That's who's behind Prime. Logan Paul and KSI are just the faces of it. One of them being an incredibly insufferable face. Congo is very smart. They got 2 social media superstars to shill out a drink that doesn't do what it promises at all, like most sports drinks, to be fair.
We have created our own drink company,
but they got huge returns. This is what the chart looks like. Frankie, relax, stop it. It was a reenactment. It wasn't real. It was a reenactment. Sit. Good girl. Baby, sweet baby. I'll make you drink Prime from now on. Just kidding. She'd fucking die. And Congo has hit every single demographic. They've got hydration drinks for like children. I think these are for children. Pretty sure at least. I've only seen children drinking them.
What drink is better, Gatorade or Prime?
Prime on top! Yes, sir! Definitely Prime. Prime. Prime all day.
Or people who are paid by Prime. Hydration sticks, which are for like athletic people. I don't really know. I drink some Element occasionally after like a bike ride or some shit like that. And energy drinks for, I guess, everyone. Maybe children. I'm not exactly sure. Most products, by the way, are for children. Like the 14 to 24 market. That's like, those are children. Those are people who are easily misled by marketing and people who want to stay hydrated and get a stick and have energy. Now, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Logan Paul and KSI came up with this? Like, really? Do you actually think? Do you think they were approached? Do you think they approached Congo? I don't know, dude. I think it was Max Clemens and Trey Steiger. Geniuses. Geniuses of Congo. They're just doing what a lot of companies have done before. Back in the TV days, when TV was still relevant. Put a famous face on a product. Sell more of it. I mean, look, Shaq has been involved in basically everything. Does he use these printers in his day-to-day life? Probably not. It's just marketing. It's just how simple marketing works. And this time, it's with influencers instead of actual celebrities.
I have to touch it. No one touches the Shactus.
I guess they're both technically celebrities now, but they're still influencers. They're YouTubers. And these folks ran to Logan Paul and KSI to sell more, kind of try something new. But what's interesting is Logan claims that this is not the case. So I don't know how much money they actually make. By the way, Prime and the things that it encompasses with Congo make it now the top 6 biggest sports drink companies in the world. It's worth $1 billion. That is crazy. So who do you guys think did it? You think it was Logan Paul and KSI? The genius masterminds of YouTube turned business entrepreneurs that own 20% of Prime? Or do you think it was Congo, the sports drink company that has made sports drinks fairly successfully for a while? 3D is pretty solid, by the way. I do like me some 3D. And Alani Nu is a unique brand for sure. Logan Paul says that this is not the case at all, really. Then that Congo has nothing to do with this other than, well, I'll just let you read his words. There seems to be a bit of confusion around this narrative, so I'll clarify. Prime did not exist before I met with our partners. In fact, I came up with the name, logo, bold branding. KSI saw the vision, made the storyline complete, and amplified all the marketing. Our partners provided the resources, fulfillment, and distribution. Despite what people may think, Prime is a partnership where everyone's role holds equal weight and significance. It wouldn't work without a missing piece, which is why I didn't want to move forward without KSI. Hey, be quiet now. Be quiet now. 20% stake doesn't seem like an equal weight and significant stake in a company that makes drinks. 20% is not that much, realistically speaking. And I personally find it hard to believe that if it's just all his idea, like he's saying it's all his idea. He came up with the name, logo, and bold branding, everything, apparently. Why is he 20% and KSI is 20% too? If KSI just came and saw the vision, I feel like that's way easier than coming up with the whole idea, you know? If anything, Logan should be 30% and KSI should be 10, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Logan's telling the truth here? He's been known to just fucking lie. So this leads into terrible, excellent marketing of Prime that I find incredibly interesting. Take this clip, for example. Fellow that is known as a crypto scammer, the whole crypto zoo thing, check it out if you don't know anything about it, is selling a drink at Walmart. Guy at Walmart approaches known crypto scammer and wants to put him onto an NFT. He's quickly told to get the fuck out.
Hey, let me put you onto an NFT real quick.
Leave.
No.
Get out of here.
Gotcha.
Let me put you on an NFT. Yeah. Fuck hell. Hey, yo, I got bored donkeys, bro.
I just find this incredibly ironic because both Logan and KSI were very big into crypto and just like talking about coins and stuff on Twitter back when all that shit was blowing up. Pretty hilarious. And now they're making fun of it. NFTs. Terrible. Logan Paul loves Prime so much. Logan Paul loves Prime more than he loves his own family. And that's proven. We'll get to that soon. Logan Paul claims that this drink is the best drink ever and it is better than any other drink in every single way. He brags that it's got less sugar, less calories, and more electrolytes.
Blue Prime versus Blue Gatorade. Gatorade has 36 grams of sugar in it as opposed to Prime's 2 grams. Gatorade has 140 calories. Look at that. Prime only has 25. Both electrolyte drinks. Gatorade has 350 milligrams of electrolytes and a bigger bottle, yet Prime doubles it with 825 milligrams of electrolyte.
Wow, that's amazing. He must be creating the best rehydration drink ever in history at this point. If it's got less sugar, less calories, and more electrolytes, that sounds incredible. I'm not going to go too deep into the ingredients and the just lack of efficacy of Prime and how much of basically a fucking scam it is. If you want to really deep dive into the ingredients and ratios of minerals, electrolytes, and actual energy potential of Prime, go watch Derek, More Plates, More Dates videos, or potentially even Philion's video on the topic. They're much better than mine in terms of the health aspects.
It's interesting because he very much represents this like a blanket statement as if sugar is bad, calories are bad, and stratifying electrolytes. Instead of doing that, rather he just lumps them all together as like electrolytes cumulatively, but doesn't mention like what is actually in it. So,
but I do know a little bit, and I'll try to share with you what I do know from my instincts as a food manufacturer myself. To be fair, I make candy. It's not the same. It makes for good energy, I guess, but you need carbohydrates to live. One of the very first things I noticed about Prime were the ingredients. That's right, ingredients. I'm not mispronouncing that. That is what I saw the first time I saw Prime. Misspelled label. Awesome. Saw it on Twitter. Logan Paul even liked my tweet. I think that's been fixed by now, I hope, but let's get to the nutritional facts. 25 calories. That's not a lot of energy. Calories are energy, by the way, just in case you didn't know. And this is just for the hydration, not the energy. A lot of people think that caffeine is energy. Caffeine's not energy. It's just tricking your body into kind of not being tired by fucking with your adenosine receptors.
What exactly does coffee do to your brain? Whenever you're awake, a chemical called adenosine slowly accumulates in your brain, and this adenosine binds to receptors which slow down brain activity. The caffeine works its way through your bloodstream and into your brain, where it starts to compete and binds with adenosine receptors. Adenosine can no longer bind, meaning its calming properties are diminished. With long-term use of caffeine, your brain responds by creating more adenosine receptors, which means more caffeine is required to elicit the same response.
It's not good. I don't like caffeine. I'm like anti-caffeine. I love Dr. Pepper, but I try not to drink that much caffeine. And when I do, I double it up with some amino acids to keep my body in check, because that shit is bad for you, I feel like. I don't know. It seems bad. It makes me feel terrible. I must be allergic to it or something. I have no idea. Prime's only got 25 calories. That's not good. Not a lot of energy there, but it's like rehydration. Okay, so we'll let them get away with that. So how exactly do you get hydrated? Well, you have to eat salt and other types of salts, minerals. Okay, you need electrolytes. That's what you need. You need sodium, you need potassium, you need magnesium, and you need calcium. Those are the main electrolytes that your body requires to survive.
When we talk about electrolytes in like sports drinks, the idea is that the drink is roughly as salty as the body that it's going into. And of course, you lose a lot of ions when you sweat. It's part of the mechanism of how you sweat. So these sports drinks are supposed to be replacing those ions, though, unless you're sweating a lot. It doesn't matter.
You get them through all sorts of things. Food, liquid. I add mineral drops to my water that I drink in my videos. I use trace mineral drops. It has a ton of sodium chloride and I think a bit of potassium. The highest ratio of electrolyte that it has is magnesium. There's also a little bit of boron and lithium in it as well. Prime has 10 milligrams of sodium and 700 milligrams of potassium, along with 124 milligrams of magnesium. Now, why is this the ratio? I have no fucking idea. How are you supposed to get rehydrated with 25 calories? That's no energy, really. 10 milligrams of sodium. When you sweat, you sweat out 222 times more sodium than the lowest electrolyte in that ratio, which I think is calcium when you sweat, right? When you're trying to rehydrate yourself. If you're sweating, this is what it's a sports drink. It's about sweating. 222 times more sodium. Then second is potassium. In terms of sweat, you need more potassium than you need sodium in just like your general living life. But if you're just sweating and you're exercising and you need to be rehydrated, you need way more salt than you need potassium.
Sodium helps regulate blood pressure and aid in nerve impulses and muscle contractions. Potassium helps regulate heartbeat, muscle and nerve cell functions, and helps maintain a healthy blood pH level. Chloride's main function is to help with fluid balance in the body.
So them having 10 milligrams of sodium and 700 milligrams of potassium makes no f***ing sense at all. And just in general, the ratio of sodium to potassium in life, not when you're sweating and exercising, is 3-to-1 or 1-to-3. 1 part sodium, 3 parts potassium.
Normally, you would need 4,700 milligrams for potassium and 2,300 for sodium. And an average person has them flipped, and that's what's going to put them in trouble. So ideally, you would need 2-to-1. But if there's already an imbalance, or you have a problem with the heart or blood pressure, I would raise potassium 3-to-1 or even a 4-to-1 ratio.
This is 70-to-1. Potassium to sodium. This makes no fucking sense. And then there's no calcium, and there's 120 milligrams of magnesium, which like really is not that much. And also the form of magnesium, who knows, probably magnesium oxide. Does it even have any benefit to you at all? I have no idea. I just know that this makes no fucking sense. This is Liquid IV, a brand that I really like to stay rehydrated, and sometimes I put it in my water. I use this, I use Element. I also use the zinc vitamin C Liquid IV a good bit as well because it tastes great. 510 milligrams of sodium. Okay, that makes sense. 12 grams of carbohydrates. All right, that's fair. You know, when you're exercising, you burn sugar. 380 milligrams of potassium. Oh, that seems more logical when I'm dehydrated. Now here's the Prime stick pack. 40 milligrams of sodium, 700 milligrams. How is it a stick pack? This doesn't make any sense. And then the ingredients, citric acid. Okay, cool. Coconut water. I hate coconut water. It tastes like shit. Magnesium citrate, sucralose. He also uses this as a bragging point and says that it's not as salty as Liquid IV.
And now for the taste test. Liquid IV it's not bad, but it is a little salty. But Prime is delicious. I'm not kidding, this is so good.
What the f are you talking about, dude? That's what electrolytes are. Salts, minerals, salts. They don't taste good. Things that are healthy generally do not taste that good. And if they do, they probably turn into carcinogens in your stomach. The safety and efficacy of artificial sweeteners is unknown. Sugar's better. I don't actually know that. I'm not a scientist, but I just read stuff sometimes and then think that I know things. Even Gatorade is more viable as an option for rehydration and energy or just use in sports than Prime by a lot. I mean, here's a Gatorade product here. 230 milligrams of sodium. That's way more than Prime. 34 grams of carbohydrates. That's like a solid amount of energy for a run. 70 milligrams of potassium. That's awesome, dude. Shut up! Love saying that it has less sugar, more flavor, or whatever the f he says, less salt, tastes amazing. Bro, that's not good. It's an energy drink. It's not like a caffeine energy drink. It's for rehydration and energy sports. Plus, there's a ton of sucralose in this product. It's just so sweet. I don't like it. I hate the taste of sucralose. If I ever make an energy drink, I'll probably end up having to use sucralose because it's super common and well-regulated, easy to get ingredient, but it scares me, so maybe I won't. Why not have an energy drink that's sweetened with molasses or something? Blackstrap molasses. Come on. You don't have to rely on labs and shit. It's the chloropropanols. Cancer. It's bad. It's bad. Does it taste good? Yeah. Is it bad? Yeah. For sure. It's just nasty, dude. It's just nasty, man. I don't like the way it tastes, and it lacks in everything good, like salt and actual real energy. I actually wonder if there has been any negative health effects from people consuming Prime while vigorously exercising. Someone like my dad, who's a farrier, who will sweat, you know, he'll go through 3 shirts in a day on a hot day in the summer. Like, he'll just be drenched. And when I was a farrier, if I was drinking something this, like, you have to drink a gallon or 2 of water a day. If I'm getting an offset ratio of sodium to potassium, because you really don't need that much potassium for sweat. That's for your heart and your brain signals, things like that. You need sodium for sweat. I feel like maybe there could be some bad things that happen if I was just drinking a potassium heavy drink all the time, thinking that it's saving me and not consuming enough sodium. Hyponatremia. Big L, big L. Don't want hyponatremia. Big L, big L. This is why I think the audience of Prime is mostly children.
Hello guys,
It's the green balloon with the green prime. Green light!
Either that or people who just have fallen victim to extremely inaccurate and misleading marketing headed off by two YouTubers. It's my favorite scam artist drink though, and it tastes like shit. I've actually got some. I'm gonna taste some. Let's see. What flavor should I taste? Blue raspberry? Okay, this is what I got. That's what I got. I had one of my boys run to Walmart and get some of the best energy drink of all time. Strawberry watermelon. Oh my God. Oh my Lord, I hate that so much. I hate that so much. It's 250 milligrams of BCAAs? Oh my God. Hasn't that been proven to just be a waste of money? I think BCAA supplementation. Also, another just surrounded in false marketing commodity. BCAAs. If you want to take amino acids and actually feel something, take lysine, L-arginine, taurine, and N-acetylcysteine. All those are extremely efficacious. Let's try the baby flavor. Okay, I like this one a little bit more. This one's a little bit better. It still tastes like sucralose. Sucralose gives me a headache, by the way, or a migraine. This will trigger I will have a migraine because of this. And now we have the energy drink, which has 200 milligrams of caffeine. I don't even care about talking about the energy drink in the video because they're just so bad for you, dude. 200 milligrams is crazy. That's crazy. That's 4 cups of coffee. And I know that's normal for energy drinks, but that's just so much caffeine. Oh my God, that is fucking terrible. Holy shit. Oh my Lord. That is the most artificial blue raspberry flavor I've ever tasted in my life. And believe it or not, blue raspberry is a flavor that is bound in nature. There is no such thing as a blue raspberry. It is just a raspberry flavor that is colored blue. That does not taste like raspberries. That tastes like shit. Just kidding. It does taste a little bit like raspberries, but it does not taste like shit at all. I don't want to be disingenuous. It's just a very artificial flavor. Is it from natural sources? It tastes like nothing. Like nothing. I can't pinpoint what that is at all. And I feel like that's bad. At least with this, you can taste the watermelon. And at least with this, you can taste like a familiar sort of candy flavor. Like, by God, it's fucking sweet. Shoo. You need an audience of just children to be able to sell that, truly. There's no adults that I know that enjoy this shit. Way too much sucralose, way too sweet. Maybe Logan Paul did invent it and have everything to do with it. That would make sense. So beyond the marketing being misleading and a terrible product that you pretty much have to mislead people in order to get them to buy it, they also are the biggest just sellout shills I've ever seen in my entire life. I totally understand, you know, promoting your brand. I wear the hat, Sour Boys, right? This, I have a bag of candy that it's still sold out. Like, you can't buy it. You can't buy it. Plus, this is something that I put my literal blood, sweat, and tears in. Every bag has my bodily fluids in it. The level of just selloutdom is so hilarious to me. It's so funny. And they just send this shit to everybody. I get Prime delivered to my home just because I'm a YouTuber. How crazy is that? It just comes. And no, I didn't have my girlfriend reroute her shipments of Prime to my home. I didn't do that because I'm not relevant enough. I would never do that, but I did do that. Logan Paul is seen nowhere without some kind of Prime on his body.
The fastest growing sports drink in history.
It's quite frankly him. He is Prime. He is Prime Energy. It's on his shirts. It's in his podcast thing. It's in his hand.
Prime Energy, baby. I feel most from Ohio I've ever felt.
It is garbage.
You wouldn't know lemonade if it squeezed you in the face.
I hope your lemonade's better than your boxing career.
Wait, reveal again?
Never drinks it. Never. I don't think I've ever seen him drink it a single time. I've seen him drink it. He doesn't drink it very much though. You've seen me drink this water more in this video than you've seen Logan Paul drink Prime. It's the most shameless marketing I think I've ever seen from any brand. On top of it just being blatantly misleading. I mean, what are you doing with the it's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. They've had a couple huge events in their marketing career that I'd like to talk about. Mainly, they did this thing with a bus and a stage, and it was awesome. There was a bunch of bottles being thrown at them. It was reported by a bunch of news outlets. And a lot of people were like, yeah, that's what you get for being a piece of crap. Because this is post-Crypto Zoo, so Logan looks like a massive idiot. Yeah, of course he had bottles pelted at him. No, it was a publicity stunt. It was a publicity stunt, and it worked really, really, really well.
Here is another masterclass in marketing. What would happen if our fans appear to be angry at us? A lot of media pickup from the press and the haters.
KSI and Logan Paul were
pelted by supposed fans. So many Prime bottles were being thrown at them, there was like a security risk.
Woo, the media had a field day with this one. They thought they had us. You big dummies forgot. They're our fans, and we asked them to do it.
Throw your empty bottle at us. We need to make it look like you guys hate us.
It was to get the press to spread stuff like wildfire. Anything Logan Paul does that he's involved in probably is not real. He's got WWE writers writing his entire life, and he loves Prime and money, and that's all that he is. He's not a human. He's not a man. He is a walking billboard for Prime that is written by the WWE, which is embarrassing. Harsh words, I know. Mainly, I'm just upset because I wanted to see them actually get pelted by bottles. Be awesome. You know, after the whole Forest incident, the scams, controversies, how he's still successfully shilling out a brand, I do not understand. I've never spoken to an adult who likes Logan Paul. Only adults who are like, yeah, my nephew, who's 7 years old, likes Logan Paul. He likes the bird. He thinks he's a maverick. Check this out.
About to work out with my Prime Energy, which has caffeine. This product contains caffeine, and it is called Prime Energy. This is Prime Hydration. It hydrates you with vitamins, electrolytes, and coconut water. It's in a bottle and does not contain caffeine.
That's awesome. That's pretty good marketing there. Makes sense. Look at this. People love them so much. I don't understand, man. I don't get it. I really don't get it. What is wrong with people?
Prime! Prime! I love Prime! I love Prime!
I think maybe what it is you have to... Stop it. I think maybe what it is you have to be normal to like Prime. You can't be on the spectrum. You can't be a person that isn't just fully apathetic. I feel like maybe Prime appeals to the Barstool audience.
I should be picking apples, and instead I'm in the hurricane season.
It's like the really regular audience, like just regular folk who aren't, you know, apathetic or autistic or on the spectrum in any way. They like drinking and throwing up and stuff. Maybe that's the people who like Prime, the adults that like Prime. Beyond that, it's got to be just children. I feel like it's just KSI. People actually like KSI a lot, and nobody likes Logan Paul nowadays. Some of the advertising is good, though. Check this out. Pretty solid. That's why I bought this flavor. You know, I'm all for it, dude. You know, do what you will do.
For God! No! God damn it, man.
There's nothing here to do except show you this.
Oh, brilliant.
Prime's available at Kohl's, and if you're lucky, you might see JJ sucking me off.
Things have gone extremely well for Prime. Even the marketing that's had some kind of missteps, it has still resulted in astronomical sales and success in every single measurable facet of this business. But there is trouble in paradise. Occasionally. Check this out. I want to know what you guys think. By the way, I'm going to stuff you in the trash can. All right. This is why she hasn't been in the last few videos, is because she doesn't like me anymore. I think we're finally getting, it's finally time we break up. I think. Just kidding. She's very, very excitable. I love her still. She's so good. Baby boy. And then anyone who says, maybe she's angry because you put her in the cat tree. I don't put her in the fucking cat tree. I can't keep her out of the cat tree. That's why I don't let her in this room, because she gets in the cat tree and then she still screams and barks whenever she's on the ground. Anyways, drink Prime. All right, so like every single entrepreneurial endeavor, there's always going to be speed bumps. Prime hydration is no exception to hurdle. They've encountered some issues, but these issues tend to be hand in hand with successful results as well. And most of this stuff stems from dumb internet drama, stemming from their founders, KSI and Logan Paul. Logan and KSI's relationship started with them as adversaries. They boxed, they fought each other.
Fast, ended slow as KSI lands a right hand.
You know, guys, we have to say that.
There was beef, they squashed it, they started a business.
It's true. JJ and I have fought twice now. Manchester Arena and Staples Center. We've filled stadiums. We've beaten the shit out of each other, and we've been divided. But it's done. Yes. The division is over. It's 2022. It's a year. It's a year of love.
And now Logan is so focused on that business with KSI, it seems that he's kind of forgotten about his family. More specifically, Jake. In an episode of the greatest podcast in the world, the Impulsive Podcast, Jake came on there, and Logan tried to expose Jake for being a bad brother by not letting him hold a Prime drink and bring it into the stadium of his boxing event.
They said I would get kicked out if I brought a Prime bottle. That's fucking ridiculous, dude. Do you think I would ever ban you from promoting any of your shit at any of my events?
Logan was mad, and he had even been told that if he brought a Prime bottle to the event, he would be escorted out. Then Jake kind of tells him to get over it and says that the primary partner for the event is a competitor to Prime. Logan got super defensive.
That's ridiculous.
Wait, that's because of who the partner, the competing partner was
Marcos
for the event.
Texted us 4 times with stipulations. Listed out paragraphs.
Yeah, get over it. Like, and meanwhile,
come on, I'm your brother building a business.
Oh yeah, you're my brother building a business. You love to play both sides, bro.
Come on, dude. I'm your brother trying to build a business. He's a fucking sociopath, man. He's a sociopath. This has to just be for clicks, drama, to drum up something. I don't even know what you never know with these dudes. It just seems like everything they do. If this is real and legit and he decided to come at his brother for this kind of thing, he's a piece of shit, truly. I mean, they're both insane weirdos, but he's making Jake look more rational, and he makes himself look like the 7 deadly sins condensed into one blonde goober. I mean, the conversation is just so strange and uncomfortable, and I don't have a brother myself, but I could never imagine pressing anyone, let alone my own family, in this way. Like, it's illogical. It makes no fucking sense. There's more to life than just Prime energy drink, dude, and money. What is wrong with you? Logan eventually conceded in the episode, but then Jake roasted him for bringing it all up on a podcast when there's other people involved.
I feel like I'm at my friend's house and their parents are fighting. I've been wanting to like have this conversation with you like a month ago. It just like camp and you're traveling, etc. But
the whole thing just felt so uncomfortable, and it did feel real. It's just wild to see the level of uncomfortable cringe friction between these two brothers who love each other over a stupid energy drink and a rehydration drink that doesn't even fucking rehydrate you or give you energy. The comments on this episode of the podcast are pretty expected as well. The hypocrisy of Logan is baffling. Jake is 100% right. 100% on Jake's side on this one. What do you care about more, going to your brother's event or bringing a Prime bottle to it? Logan is nearly 30 and having full-blown tantrums when he doesn't get his own way. Jake was supposed to be the immature one, but he's actually fast becoming the mature one. I tweeted when I first saw this that I liked Jake Paul, and I got like ratioed, or I didn't actually get ratioed, but people didn't like that I said that. I just like left context out. I think it thought it'd be funny, but then I was like, oh yeah, he's a piece of shit too. I forgot about all that stuff. But I don't like Logan Paul or Jake Paul. Comparatively speaking, I prefer Jake. Also, on top of this, Logan mentions he feels like he's been betrayed, but he's actually partnered with KSI, who is probably one of Jake's biggest ops. I mean, how much whiter could I be when I say that?
Knock out Jake Paul? Hopefully.
One of his biggest ops. Jake hooked up with Logan's biggest op. Oh no, wait, the opposite. I'm just gonna stop talking. Check out this during a Prime event. His brother, I don't know. Maybe he does hate him. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a joke. I don't know.
I was trying to stay up until 3 a.m. to tell you happy birthday, but I'm gonna pass out. Happy birthday, you filthy animal. Today's your day. Go get him out there, champ. Another revolution around the sun, but you're still not 10. Love you, man. I wish I could come see you in person, but I know you're gonna kick ass. At which point I corrected him and said, I'm 10 now, actually. I've been tanning.
It's kind of a douche, brother. It's weird. Do you guys agree with this guy, Fabestar? These videos surprisingly manage to obscure the fact that you possess a character more detestable than the darkest villains in history. Your video production team deserves credit for their skillful use of footage that lets you appear somewhat relatable, as, I guess, it takes quite the effort to hide such a greed-driven and repulsive nature, which is probably also the reason why your videos include the abundance of jump cuts and rapid scene switches. But hey, credit where it's due. You certainly know how to craft an illusion. That's a little dramatic and maybe a little exaggerated, but I do agree. I've never seen anyone more greed-driven in my life. Some more drama around Prime would just be the fact that it's always sold out and there's scalpers, people selling Prime for 30 times the price, 10 times the price. I don't even know how much it costs. Prime Hydration Lemonade, Venice Beach Limited Edition, picture only. Wow, that's crazy. $45. You must be really stupid. Here's a $10,000 listing. That's cool. Then there's this place called Wakey Wines out in the United Kingdom, I think, that's reselling Prime at exorbitant prices and then posting shorts, which is awesome.
Boys, how you doing? Are you alright?
Yeah.
Where have you come from?
Doncaster.
What made you come from Donny?
For some Prime.
What's the best shopping week, eh?
Tesco.
How you doing? Are you alright? I'm alright, pal, thank you very much, not too bad. Where have you come from? We come from Worksop. What made you come all that way?
Prime.
3 bottles of Prime, girls?
Yeah.
What's the best shop in Wake, eh?
Wakey Wine.
Hello, you beautiful family. Where do you come from?
Just down road.
What made you come to Wakey Wine?
Prime, man. Wait,
WFP sweets.
Prime.
Look at all this Prime, man. You've got 2 cases of Prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags of sweets. And you bought that 2,650 quid. Yeah. And I've let you off £5, yeah? That's a big discount from Wakefield.
How many quid? Gordon Ramsay even tried it, didn't like it very much.
We want you to give it a go.
We want you to give it a review.
See what you think of
Prime. Okay, so... Ooh, smells a bit high.
What is that flavour you got there?
Tropical punch, it says.
Oh, Jesus.
Loosely. You've just come from the Maldives. How tropical is
it's like
that?
swallowing perfume.
Fucking different. They're just different creatures out there. Different planet. Aliens. Aliens of Britain. You remember those Finnish flights? You remember the Finnish flights? From it getting fruit salad. Like tastes like fruit salad and peas. Mushy peas. Mushy peas in hydration drink. I love Gordon Ramsay though. The other ones, I don't know who those people are. And yeah, by the way, that Wakey Wines guy was selling that shit for $100. That's wild. So Gordon doesn't like it. Makes sense. And in Britain, things got so bad, and Wakey Wines was even banned from TikTok.
A shop in the UK has been banned from TikTok after they advertised new and exclusive US cans of Prime for £100 each.
The £100 a can.
And KSI condemned them in an interview because they were selling the shit for $100 a bottle.
I think it's ridiculous that people are reselling Prime at such high amounts and high values. It shouldn't be worth £100 for a can of Prime.
That's right, the 2,000 quid, that's legit. $100 a bottle, 100 pounds, quid, 100 squid, whatever they call it. 500,000 followers. You can take a deep breath, brother, before you continue. You want. And on top of all this stuff, caffeine has caused a lot of problems for Prime's energy drink. New Zealand has banned the sale because of its caffeine, because of how much caffeine it has in it. They got in a bunch of trouble because it's kind of geared towards kids, but they say it's not intended to be sold to anyone under the age of 18 because energy drinks bad. 200 milligrams of caffeine is a lot for an average sized man. For a 20-pound 11-year-old, not sure if that's how much 11-year-olds weigh, that'd blow them up. That would not be good. And kids, they've been blowing up. Seems like. New Zealand isn't alone, by the way. There are multiple other countries that have either banned or are pushing for a ban. Australian schools have bans of Prime energy drinks in the actual faculty itself. A lot of countries, Australia included, actually have a legal limit of caffeine per milliliter, or 100 milliliters. 32 milligrams of caffeine per 100 milliliters is the legal limit in Australia. Prime contains 56 milligrams per 100 milliliters, which is almost double the legal limit. Shit's like moonshine. Canada issued a recall on a bunch of energy drinks, including Prime. Too much caffeine. Plus, you gotta have French packaging or some dumb shit like that. I don't know. And a absolute gargoyle of a human being, Chuck Schumer, asked the FDA to investigate Prime in the United States of America.
Senator Chuck Schumer is taking on an energy drink backed by popular YouTube stars. The Senate Majority Leader is calling on the FDA to investigate Prime. He says the company needs to do more to differentiate between its 2 lines of drinks, one of which contains caffeine.
I think maybe just before you buy it for your children or let them buy it, educate them, let them buy something more, you don't have to make things illegal. It doesn't really do much good. It creates gigantic markets for things. So in conclusion, do you guys like Prime? I think it tastes terrible. I think some of the flavors have redeeming qualities. For example, this one does have a unique flavor. The watermelon is okay. This one tastes like candy. They're all way too sweet, and I could never finish an entire bottle. There's no chance. And on top of that, there is very little rehydration going on. And with the energy drinks, it's just the same as every other energy drink. Alani Nu, 3D, whatever. And I'd rather not support Logan Paul, so I'm not buying any more Prime. But what do you guys think? I think that I would actually start to drink Prime and promote it if Logan used it or sold a percentage of his stake to refund the victims of CryptoZoo. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think? Let me know what you think. Is this normal? Let me know what you think. Is this normal? Who's mom?